So training wise, it's going to give a lot more options, and I can make some of the videos and pictures a little bit more interesting. I can see things from different angles. If you have multiple people as well, it means you can be around the camera instead of being all like in a line. So there's lots of options. I'm not sure how to use it or what to do with it yet, so I'm going to have a play. I used it with my training video yesterday, so this is up on the canes. I went in the front garden because I wanted to get next to that tree, and then just played around with the camera in slightly different positions. I actually had to have the canes very, very close, so I stood out to the camera. So I just worked on one arm and left arm holds, just played around with taking the cane out while in a one arm on the right, and then putting it back in again, and then dropping down to croc or elbow lever. So to review my training, so like I said yesterday when I was up on the canes, adding the conditioning in, the one arm conditioning, initially when I first started doing it, it's very boring training, so it's just very long holds. The hard thing with those is to get them consistent, so I'm trying to, in terms of getting to go left side first, get a good hold, and then get a good hold on the right side straight after. So that's the goal. That way, I think I don't know what my best is now. I think I've had like a 14 or 15 on the left and a 32, 33 on the right. Individually, that's where I'm getting the numbers up a little bit more, but I want to try and get it so I've got the capacity and balance and consistency to keep going left, right, and do good holds on both sides. Strength-wise, presses I've been continuing with the more conditioning work on the stallers, so high rep stuff. I have played around with trying to get a higher straddle L-sit so my heels don't scrape the floor so much, but literally it's been playing around. I've got to get a bit more serious with that, I know. So something I want to work on, my squat position, so just like a resting squat is getting a lot more comfortable. My hips are getting a little bit more mobile through that range, but still quite a bit of work to do through there, so that will help that shoulder press position. Handstand push-up, what's push-up? Handstand push-up. I got double 90-degree handstand push-ups now I've got on the floor and on the P-bars. It's a little bit easier on the P-bars, so I'd expect that anyway, because you can dip your shoulders a little bit lower and use a bit more momentum to get up. And planche work is continuing. Straddle is feeling relatively, I'm not saying easy, but I can normally get 10 seconds, a good 10 seconds plus whenever I try, even cold and I'm not warmed up for planche. So that's fun to use. I sort of still play with the half lay position and like tees in the full position. I'm nowhere near it, I'm not putting enough work in, and we'll probably never get it for any consistent time. But just being able to lower out to handstand and keep a relatively straight body. Arms are bending a little bit. Yeah, so that just, I need to make a decision on where to take that, but at the moment I'm just happy with how everything's going in terms of the strength. The main ones is the planche, the shoulder press for repetition, and the handstand push-up. Still doing the dead presses. And normally any session where I try to do a dead press, I'll get one. It's still a little bit ugly, it's still banana and upper touch. So that's more or less where the training's at. It's going well, I'm training every day still. Some sessions are really short, 10-15 minutes. Some sessions are longer, I'm getting 1 to 2 hours in, and still doing all the extra bits. So for when I teach. So when I teach in a class environment where I'm demoing stuff, or where I demo with a PT client, or even just filming stuff for my online clients. So they're all extra repetitions. So if there's any way, like for your training, if you can do that, if you can add extra repetition, that's got to help, especially with stretching, especially with Handstands, something you can practice a lot without getting too fatigued, and you don't need a massive warm-up. So I done the block tutorial video last time, so that was the last thing that was requested. I've had a couple of other requests for different things, but stick them in the comments below if there's anything that you would like me to cover in any detail, and I'll make a video on it if it's something that I have the knowledge of, or I've been working on myself, or I've coached people with. So stick it down in the comments if there's anything you like. Thumbs up would be appreciated, subscribe, and I will speak to you next time.